I'm just putting my messages out here. So, which guys do you think? Which one sounds good for ambient music in this little guild? Guild.
I like this.
For some reason, I don't hear the sound.
That's curious because I definitely hear it.
Oh yeah, I definitely hear it.
All right, it's not too loud or anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're on. Voice check's working. Audio's working. And we are missing a more die, and we are missing a more die is not here, and Dorian's not here. So we'll just leave those two for now. Anyway, it's another day. Beautiful day in Terraceburg. The sky is overcast. It's always overcast because all of the light particles and air and anything else that you see up in the sky is pulled from whatever reality or world that they originate from, since nothing ever is actually formed in this world. Terry, did you come up with a good or with any backstory for your guy so far about why he's here?
Yes. So I actually traveled a lot in my family. We ended up getting killed by some trolls. I ended up just hiding and escaping. My family was very illiterate, so I couldn't read many signs. So I was mostly just kind of stumbling from here to there, and somebody just kind of pointing me, blindfold situation, just go this direction. And I've just been kind of living my life like that. And I just, ended up here by pure dumb luck.
All right, so just by wandering around and looking for your next pay, you wound up in the forest somewhere.
Yes.
Awesome. That'll be easy to write. So, the person you met, though, whenever you became, when you got into the city, is going to be the dwarf liaison guild staff. Her name is Ruthie, and a little something that we're gonna show you how to do. She meets you and Mouse at the front to kind of give you the tour. How much do you like improv?
Yeah.
So if you open up your character sheet, you're going to see a little button on the top of the black bar that says "Add to Stage."
Like far at the top right hand corner, it says add to stage.
Yep, right next to the theater thing. And then what you do is you go to the chat log, and you should see a little tiny picture of your character in the little bar above public role or above the yeah. the roll mode. If you click on it, you'll get yourself a little pop-up.
Let's see here. There we go. Let's see. Okay. I've clicked end the stage.
Yep. And then go to the chat log.
Alright, I'm in the chat log.
And you should see the little icon of your character right on the top there, right above public role. There you go.
Yep.
So, because I like to do edits, and I'm hoping to do sort of like condensed videos and highlights and everything. This is how I like to use in character conversations. So, like, if you're going to be directly talking to each other in character, go ahead and have your dialogue, but flag the video itself, so we know that this is Terry saying it, not you saying it, type of a thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So, Guildmaster Ruthie, her full name is yeah, I can never pronounce it. Rulolith. It's one of those weird dwarf names that you probably know very well. Meets you out front. She's a full figured and fully bearded dwarf woman. And yes, in my world, dwarves women have beards. I do not care.
It's okay. It's more to tug on.
Exactly. So, Guildmaster Ruthie introduces her, says hi to you again after your first meeting, and she's like, well, we appreciate you coming in, and we'll get you all set up. We just need to have an aptitude test of sorts to kind of gauge what your skill levels are with it. So, if you'll follow me now to kind of move, go ahead and hit the shift button and scroll your mouse, and that'll kind of rotate you. And you can either move with your keys, or you can move with your mouse. Just drag and drop it like that.
See, this is something like the third movie that I've had to meet outside the doors. So if I'm going to be the official welcome wagon, I'd like that reflected in my pay.
Earthy just smiles and says, well, you're the one that's always the first one here. So I plan on writing a nice party for your level 2 ascension. So you're gonna have a little side episode of that.
So I'm actually operating off of my phone with my Series new Paperback drive.
Oh, okay.
My motherboard.
You sound really muffled.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm working off my phone because my computer
Sorry, man, you've become indistinct again.
Sorry, you're coming in really bad. Did we lose him? He's on his phone. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you think, Mouse? You want to just try to call it for now and wait till next week, and then get Terry on board when we can get actually a good connection? I don't know if Dorian's coming back and if Dorian's gonna play, or if Mordai is showing up too. So
Yeah. Well, that is definitely unfortunate.
yeah,
But
I'm looking forward to it. You saw how close you are with the map, right?
I was looking forward to it too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have a couple more people that I'm talking to about joining up too. So I'm hoping to start getting it full. You know.
You're
That would be
you're
great.
fine.
Are you
I'm
there?
sorry that my PC is not working at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem. I completely get it. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I've set it up this way is exactly for this, because I don't want to have super hard restrictions on gameplay and people showing up when, this is online play and it's the pandemic and we don't know what's going to happen one day versus the next.
Yeah, it's I hope if we ever do.
Well, I have the dates down. I'm just going to keep plugging away, and people will show up eventually. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll try and get some headphones, some better headphones, and see what works best. In the
Okay.
meantime.
All right, I really appreciate your help and thank you. And I mean, we have Terry ready to go. I mean, do you want me to at least go over the stats and roll them for you? Or are you able to see the stream? Because we can at least do that since we're here.
Yeah, we can do that. Let me go back to the game. Okay. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll them, that's fine.
All right. So as long as you can hear me, Ruthie takes you over to this uh, desk of papers and books and everything, and explains, that this is their central library of information. Any new news or documents that's found is usually filed here, and it's a resource for everyone to look through. She hands you a stack of papers and is like, all right, well, first things first, we're going to do an intelligence test. So you fill out, pi equals square r and all that other stuff. And that is, she checks your score and you got a 13.
Don't show it. But
Nice.
I'm grateful.
So you actually can speak one extra language. So you have common. Did you say you're going to be chaotic or neutral or lawful?
Chaotic.
Okay. And I'll get your languages. You can pick that other language later. Yeah. So your next, he hands you another paper, and this one isn't about practical knowledge or anything like that. This is more uh, ethics and business practice, or situational stuff like that. More akin to a psychology test. And so this one is basically testing your worldly wisdom, and you scored a 12 on that one. So from there, Ruthie goes and takes you into the main hall and brings you over to he's already there, to a pile of rods that are various weights. There's 18 of them. And these rods are numbered 1 to 18, or 1 to 20. There's 24 of them. They're numbered 1 to 24. And she says, lift them until you can't pick them up anymore. And, which number do you stop at, basically? So you start lifting each one of the bars, and you hefted the 12. You got up to 12. Not bad.
Mouse, the tiny, happy little human nearby, nods approvingly and says, "Wow, you're almost as strong as I am."
Yep. And she has you go to this kind of a balance beam step thing where the steps get more janky and smaller the higher it goes, with more numbers on it. And so she's like, I want you to, go up there as fast as you can and see how high you get before you fall. Not the safest, test, but in their idea is, if you take a fall, you can dodge a zombie. So you get up to 5 steps before your armor gives in and you tumble down.
No.
Mouse gives sarcastic laugh.
And for your dwarf class, you're going to need a minimum of 9 in your constitution. So if you get less than that, I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
So I don't want to mess with the point buy stuff right now. I'm being lazy. So now comes the fun part. So Ruthie takes you over to this big platter of pies after you're already out of breath and completely worn out. If it will let me deselect you. And this other halfling comes out named Primmy, and she is the tester of the Constitution.
What do you mean, other halfling?
I thought I called Ruthie a dwarf or a halfling earlier. So.
Sure, right.
There she is. She's like, all right, so you're going to try to beat my score of the number of pies to eat in one sitting. Her highest score is 24. And you see a smorgasbord of pies, and she's like, all right, dig in. So,
Oh boy.
Let's see. You start railing in the pies. Got through 9 before you start feeling sick to your stomach.
Oh, lovely.
He's like, man, I thought dwarves were supposed to be tougher. Well, that's the bare minimum, so there you go. No. And charisma is a secret score that's determined by the guild staff. It's basically how hot they think you are. And that's a 6.
Boy, this character's not doing too well.
Are you kidding? He's a perfect dwarf. They're gruffy, ugly, slow, smart, intelligent, and strong. I mean, you got it where it counts to swing a hammer.
I'm swing a hammer at anybody that looks at me wrong.
Yeah. And let me just get you your roll your gold and get your starting. You wanted a warhammer or an axe for the weapon?
Say that one more time.
You wanted the axe for the weapon?
Yes.
The battle axe? Okay. All right. Well, I have everything else set up. I will roll your gold real quick and have you ready to purchase your armor and stuff next, whenever you're able to play next. So 3, 6, and you start with 70 gold.
You said 74?
70 gold.
Okay.
All right. and your character is up to date and ready to go.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to stay on the stream and keep working on the site and doing updates and stuff.
All right.
Well, I really appreciate you. I'm definitely looking forward to the next session.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. No problem, guys. Bye.
Bye.